He's 9 years old. He's crazy about baseball. He's Brendan Moran, and this is The Brendan Moran Show, Season 2, Episode 1.
Well, wouldn't it be kind of like Season 3, because I started this podcast when I was 7 years old.
You did, but that was really just one season that you did, don't you think?
You're right.
Well, before we get started and get into all this Diamondbacks talk, do you want to get into what happened last season and why we haven't done a show in a while?
So, I've been going in rage mode in my bed because David Peralta got traded. So I was really mad.
Do you remember where we were when we found out?
Yeah, we were at a restaurant.
Yeah, and one of our friends had texted me the picture when they announced that David Peralta had been traded to the Tampa Bay Rays. And I'll never forget the look on your face because he's been your favorite player, right?
Yeah.
And now, he's leaving your favorite team.
And going to a rival.
Well, I don't know that I would say they're a rival. They're a good team. The Rays are a good team. But then at the
No. I'm talking about what...
Oh, well, yeah, and then getting to this season, now he is playing for a rival, and you want to talk about that?
So, then I just realized that he was now on the Dodgers, and I got really mad.
Were you mad at him, or were you mad at the Diamondbacks, or...
I was mad that he got traded.
Okay. But that kind of happens in Major League Baseball, right? Something you have to look out for? Mm-hmm. You'd still hang out with him, though, right?
Yeah.
Would you have him on the show?
Yeah.
What would you say to him if... what would your first question be for him if he came on the show?
Why did you decide to get traded?
Well, sometimes it's not up to him.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's up to the teams.
Oh, I would ask them, would you rather that would you still want to be on the Diamondbacks?
Do you think he would?
Well, almost all the good players in baseball have been traded probably once. Like Tatis Jr. was Machado was on the Orioles. Now he's on the Padres.
And then he was on the Dodgers for part of a season, too.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them bounce around. Others stay put. I mean, who knows? Maybe he comes back to the Diamondbacks. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's get into this season, though. I know there's a lot to talk about. You're very excited. You watched a lot of Diamondbacks baseball so far.
Yes.
What is your opinion so far?
They're doing a great job.
So they are 9-7, and as of recording this show, they are in sole possession of first place.
Yes.
And I think we heard the other night that hasn't happened since, 2018?
Yes, 2018.
How does that make you feel as a fan?
Good. Well, I was a Diamondbacks fan, right? Like, maybe when it was... It's like they were... I think they... I think I was a Diamondbacks fan in 2020.
Well, yeah, you were. I think even before that, you were a Diamondbacks fan.
Yeah. Well, it was... So, I was in kindergarten when I was a Diamondbacks fan. So, that would be...
Because I think it goes all the way back to first grade for you when...
That would be 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be right. And that was when you were on the Diamondbacks for Little League.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's something we haven't talked about. What happened for you last year in Little League? I guess it wasn't that important.
I forgot what happened
What happened at the last game of the season?
Oh, yes. So the last game of this, I haven't really thought about this, the last game of the season, we were in the playoffs, well, the finals, and we won.
Was that fun?
That was fun.
That was a really competitive game.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very exciting. You and your teammates came through, played together as a team all through the playoffs. And then in the finals, probably the two best teams got to the championship, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Because your friends on the Cubs, they won the regular season title.
We were so close.
You guys were so close. And believe me, I blame myself for that one. And then you guys won in the playoffs. So you came home with some hardware.
Yep.
Yeah? Was that exciting?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk a little bit more about the Diamondbacks here. A little bit of a slow start. They got beat up on opening day by the Dodgers, but then they came back and won. And then same thing, split a series, a 2-game series in San Diego. You were at the second game.
I was at the second game.
Why don't you talk about that, being the only Diamondbacks fan in the stands?
I think it was like I only saw 3 Diamondbacks fans.
Yeah, it was very limited. A lot of San Diego Padres fans this year going to games.
So I've always thought if the San Diego Padres left, like how the Dodgers left from Brooklyn, what would San Diego be rooting for?
I don't know. What would they root for?
They would either root for, I think, L.A. or or other L.A. team.
Oh, the Angels?
Angels and Dodgers.
I don't know. I mean, ask the Chargers. They went up to L.A. and nobody wants to root for them.
You're right.
Yeah, so hopefully the Padres stay put at least, because then we can go see Major League Baseball here in town. So after that game that we saw, because they were down, I think, 5-1 at one point.
Yeah.
And then they came rallying back and
they
won
like
8-6. And so that really got them started. They split those two series with the Dodgers and the Padres, and then they just beat up on the Dodgers in a 4-game series at home, and they lost the opener, but then they won 3 in a row, and then they took 2 out of 3 from the Brewers. So if they can keep that kind of pace up, I think they're going to be a force to contend with in the NL West.
Yes.
They did lose the series to the Miami Marlins. They lost 2 out of 3 over the weekend. Friday, Saturday they lost, and then today they won 5-0. But they've got some difficult series coming up here. They got the Cardinals, always a tough opponent. And then they have another 4-game series against the Padres coming into town here in San Diego.
Wait, is there one on the weekend? Because if it is, then we can watch it.
Yeah, 20th through the 23rd. So
it's on the weekend?
It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Maybe we can go to a game.
Oh wait, sorry. I'm looking at the Diamondbacks schedule. So they are in Arizona. My bad.
Aw.
So let's talk about some of the things you're expecting this season. Do you want to put down a guess as to how many games they're going to win? Let's start here. Do they win 100 games?
Yes.
Whoa, that is a big.
They probably may win around like a little over 85 games.
Okay, so let's pull up the 2022 Diamondbacks and see what their statistics are. So they finished 74-88. Now, to win an extra 26 games, I think would be, I'm going to call it a miracle. I think that would be really, really tough. They haven't had any huge acquisitions. They've got some young talent, so I think they can get there. But let's talk realistically. What do you think they can do?
I think they can go a little over 85 games.
Okay, you want to throw a number out there, and we'll see at the end of the season if you were right?
87.
87 wins, and
if the Dodgers can do it, then the Diamondbacks can do it.
Okay, I don't disagree. Do you think they make the playoffs? Is that...
Yeah, they will make the playoffs.
is that enough to win the division? Or do you think that...
I think they... Well, I don't want to jinx them.
Okay.
So I'm just not going to say anything.
Well, that makes for a boring podcast if you don't say anything.
Well, I don't want to jinx them.
Well, no, you're not jinxing them, but your job is to come up with...
I think they're at least going to get the wild card.
Okay, so DraftKings, as of March 20th, has them at...
Don't do DraftKings.
Plus 17,000 to win the World Series, plus 7,000 to win the National League pennant, and plus 4,500. Do they make the playoffs? Their yes is plus 550, no is minus 750. And they have them at a win total of about 75.5. So that's the under over there. I mean, you've got Corbin Carroll. He got a $111 million 8-year contract, and he was the 16th overall pick in 2019. And he's just been flying through the minor leagues. We talked about it. His parents dropped him off at the stadium, gave him a hug, and sent him on his way. It's like dropping your kid off at college. Instead,
Yes.
you're dropping him off in the MLB. I think I'll be doing that for you. Dropping you off in the minor leagues for being an umpire.
Yes.
Would that be cool? Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that. Have the plans changed for what you want to do in terms of being an umpire? Lay out the career path for me.
Well, so I have been getting way better at baseball, so maybe I'll be a Major League Baseball.
Okay. So maybe you'll go that path instead?
Maybe.
Okay, because people want to know. I mean, I get lots of messages about it. I was saying I got lots of messages about it. At the end of the season last year, you had Christian Walker got the Gold Glove. You got to meet him last year and get his autograph and get a picture with him. What was that like?
I got a picture with him?
Yeah, while he was signing the ball, I took a picture of you guys.
Oh. Well, I got a signed ball. Actually, he signed my card.
Oh, he signed your card. Okay, so you have your baseball card of him signed.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool that you get an autograph from him in the season that he wins the Gold Glove. He's been pretty good. Watching the replays, he's always solid over there at first base, and I know he's done some DHing. Had 36 home runs last year. Let's talk about some of the other guys on the team. Who are you expecting a lot from this season?
Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte, I think that's a good bet. Who else are we going to watch?
McCarthy.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about him.
Well, not McCarthy. I think just Ketel Marte. And maybe Alex Thomas.
Okay, Alec Thomas, he struggled a little bit last season hitting, but he seems to be doing okay this season so far. What about Josh Rojas? What do you see him doing this year?
I think he would be good at that third base.
Okay, and anything else? I mean, how do you feel he's going to perform?
What do you mean?
What do you think he's going to do this year?
Be good at fielding?
Okay. Who do you see shining on their pitching rotation?
Zach Allen.
Zach Allen, okay. And so far this season, he has...
If we get him on our podcast, one thing I would ask him, can you teach me how to throw a curveball?
And he would probably tell you that you should save your arm and not try to throw breaking balls until you're in college, right? Maybe.
No. So
he has started 4 games. He's 2-1 with a 3.33 ERA. He's thrown 24.1 Innings, 28 strikeouts, and a walk and hit per inning pitched rate of .95. That is pretty good. A little bit above some of the numbers, but it is early. It's a small sample size. I think he's going to be very good on the pitching staff. Have you heard anything from Tyler Gilbert yet? Has he contacted you?
No.
No? Do you think he's going to contact you and come on the show?
Maybe.
Okay. Ketel Marte, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. He has had 55 at-bats so far, and he's batting .218. On-base percentage a little low, .271. So we'll have to watch out. I mean, little bit of a slow start, but let's check out Christian Walker. He has had 11 hits, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. His average is below the Mendoza line at 196. On-base percentage of .230. So it looks like they're kind of spreading out the offense a little bit. Josh Rojas, who we were talking about, 16 hits, no home runs, 6 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. His average .356 on-base percentage of .400, and that's in 45 at-bats. Are you still upset that he didn't come over and talk to you last year?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Well, I mean, he was getting ready. What do you expect him to do?
If I was a player, then I would... I don't know what
I know. You got to warm up. You got to get ready for the game, right? That's what they're paying you for. And if you have time, you go over and talk to the kids.
So I have has anybody ever thought of what would happen if there was no fans there? Like, they were like...
Well, do you remember what they did during COVID?
If there was no fans there, would they play better so they wouldn't show off? Or... Well, let's stop talking about the Diamondbacks and talk about MLB rules. Like some crazy rules that you can wear your helmet on backwards.
Hold on. Let me tell you one set of stats here that is jumping out at me. Corbin Carroll, who we just talked about, he's had 59 at-bats. He's got 10 runs, 17 hits, 4 of which are home runs, 8 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, and batting .288, on base percentage of .300. Maybe you should root for him.
Who?
Corbin Carroll, the center fielder. He's going to be around for a long time, and I got a feeling he's going to be a pretty special talent for those Diamondbacks.
Well, we also need to talk about what else?
I have to say, I don't agree with DraftKings the 75.5. I think they're going to break into the 80s. And I think they have a chance to make the wild card. That's my guess.
So,
but the NL West is hard. You've got LA. LA's not doing that great, but I mean you've got the Padres again. Padres aren't doing that great, but it's still early. You're only 15, 16 games into the season.
Okay, can we stop talking?
You can do whatever you want. It's your show.
Diamondbacks
it's your show.
And talk about some crazy rules.
You want to talk about the new rules?
No.
Okay.
So that you can wear your helmet on backwards.
Are you allowed to wear your helmet backwards?
Yes, you are.
How do you know this?
Do you know how I learned it?
I'm asking.
I use YouTube.
Okay.
And YouTube's very trustworthy.
Oh, yeah. If it's on the internet, it has to be true.
And, yeah, I mean, like, you can literally wear your helmet on backwards. And then for pitching...
But why would you want to wear your helmet on backwards? Would you be able to see the ball coming?
No, but I don't know why.
Does that help your batting average?
No. And if you want to also learn another crazy thing, that players used to play Fortnite in the middle of a game.
Well, that sounds fun.
So it was the Boston Red Sox one season. They had like the worst record because of playing Fortnite.
Oh, they were too distracted playing Fortnite to focus on the game?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then also, Okay, let's talk about more Diamondbacks.
Okay, let's talk about the new rules
Yes.
in baseball. So,
So there's
what do you,
rules in baseball that there's now the pitch clock. So you have 15 seconds to throw the ball. If there's nobody on,
if there's nobody on,
you have 15 seconds to throw the ball. If there is somebody on, then you have 20 seconds. And the batter has to be ready within 8 seconds.
with 8 seconds to go, yeah.
And also, we need to talk about how these new rules are making the game shorter, and MLB is losing money.
Well, do you like that the games are shorter?
No,
Why?
baseball needs to be longer.
You want more baseball?
Yes.
But don't you feel like there's more action?
No.
You don't? I mean,
Also, we need to talk about, have you ever watched a Yankees game, how it's always so boring?
there's more steals. The bags are 3 inches closer.
Yeah. Have you guys ever thought about, like, Yankees games are boring?
The Yankees games are awesome.
They're so boring. Like, nothing ever happens. I'm just sitting on...
Except home runs from Aaron Judge.
I'm just, like, sitting on the couch.
And strikeouts from Garrett Cole.
I'm sitting on the couch, waiting for something to happen. Hits a single, hits another single, hits another. And then when I watch the Diamondbacks game, they just, like, hit it inside the park home run. That's way more exciting.
Oh, lots of you're basing your strategy on inside the park home runs.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Should we contact the manager and tell him that?
Yeah, we need to talk about how last year they were on fire. I think they made like 3 inside the park home runs.
Are we talking about the same Diamondbacks?
Yes.
They were on fire.
They made 3 inside the park home runs.
Okay, but there's 162 games. If they were making 1 per game, I would say, okay, you might have you might have an idea here that we can run with. But don't you think, they should get people on base, hit home runs?
But have you ever thought of that you never ever seen any except for when the Blue Jays hit it inside the park grand slam? But have you ever thought of that you never really ever see an inside the park home run? Like, think about it.
I mean, you see them every once in a while. They're pretty rare. You know what I'm thinking about right now?
What?
These birds are driving me nuts in the background.
I know, I just saw a yellow bird.
Oh, yeah. Here in the studio?
Yep.
Okay. So, any other thoughts on what you're expecting this season?
I think they're going to be really good.
Should we talk about the upcoming games here? I mean, we did a little preview. St. Louis, and then Padres, and then Kansas City Royals at home. And then to close out the month, they are on the road at the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think they're gonna win most of their series? Because that's a pretty good thing. If you can win the majority of your series, you're golden. That'll pretty much take you straight into the postseason.
You're right.
Yeah. So hopefully they keep it up. Let's check the standings again one more time. So I mean, I don't know how the Dodgers are hanging on here.
And if you're wondering why I have my hoodie on, it's because I'm like freezing cold outside, and it's been cold for like the past 3 days.
A lot of people, contacted me on Twitter about that.
Yeah.
Why has he got the hood up? So Arizona, half a game up on the Dodgers, full game up on the San Diego Padres, 3 and 3.5 respectively on the Giants and the Rockies. I'd like to see a few more runs because right now they have a run differential. Let's look at this stat. Runs scored 69, runs against 71. So they have a -2 differential and they're in first place. Look at the Dodgers. Dodgers have scored 83 runs to pace the NL West. 64 again, so that's a +19 differential, and they are in second place. They are playing the Cubs as we speak right now, so they could pull even by the end of the day if they win. Let's try and get an update here. It's top of the second as we record, and it is 0-0. So we'll have to say go Cubs. Knock them off, and that would put them a game back. So what can we look forward to with the show? You going to have anybody on?
I hope we are.
Okay, who are you going to have on? You going to have your grandfather on again? You could have both your grandfathers on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Talk more about baseball with them.
Yeah.
I hear your brother is going to come on the show.
No, he's not.
I heard his fandom is up for bid. He's talking about changing from the Dodgers.
He is?
That's what he said. He said he might come back to the Yankees.
He's probably not.
If you bribe him enough, I think you could probably get him to come to the Diamondbacks. That'd be pretty tough on Dad, having two Diamondbacks fans in the same house. Okay. You're full of words today, Brendan.
Yes, I am.
Full of wisdom. Any final words? Any parting wisdom?
I like watching baseball. Like and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope we can get at least 100 likes. No, wait. How many views did we get?
Some episodes had over 100. So if we could get 100 subscribers, that would be a start. And we'll go from there. 100 people watched your show. Isn't that crazy?
Or maybe somebody just watched it 100 times.
Maybe. Could have been your mom.
Yeah.
She likes looking at your face.
I think we need to at least get 50 likes.
Okay, 50 likes. That's the goal. Spread the word. Tell a friend.
Yeah.
Share it with them on social media.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you got to watch this show. Check it out. Check out their cool special effects.
Yeah.
What do you think of your digital background behind you?
I think it's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, we can change it up if you want to do different things.
Yep.
All right.
This is the Brennan Moran Show. Logging off here, Brennan Moran.